Hi, this is Liz.
And this is Kim.
We are back for our second episode of Keep Up with Liz and Kim. We are planning to drop 2 episodes each month, and our guest lineup is awesome.
I am really excited to add guests to this podcast so we can learn more about Ada and our business owners. I'm also looking forward to featuring all the incredible events that are held here in Ada. Ada is an amazing community, and speaking about that community, the heart of this community has become the Amy Van Andel Library. This is where we actually record the podcast in their state-of-the-art podcast room. There's also many other incredible spaces here, such as tutoring rooms, rooms for people that work from home and want to have a quiet space to work. We also use the community rooms here for some of our ABA events, and it's just incredible.
It really is. I am in Ada so much that it's such a great landing point. I can come quick, spend, 25, 30 minutes answering emails, and it's quiet, and there's always a space for you here.
And free internet.
And free internet. Talking about that, internet prices are insane. But anyways, that's getting off topic. Let's jump back on topic. How about the Ada Village tent sales? How much fun was that?
It was wonderful, and to see our businesses rally after that storm that came through. Most of them woke up to there not being any power at their businesses, but they still came out. Most of them got their doors open. They helped each other out, and then the community came out and supported in such a strong and vibrant way.
They did. This community around here is amazing. They come and they support the businesses here in their hometown, and I absolutely love it. I even saw different business owners helping each other sweep the sidewalks because there were leaves and dirt and everything, and it was so great to see everybody come together.
That one for all and all for one mentality really just speaks to supporting local and just contributes to the spirit, and it's just truly, truly amazing. I keep using that word amazing, but Ada is amazing. And one of our amazing business owners is actually coming in to be our first guest, and that is Kevin Farhat from Ada Garage Bar.
I am so excited to have Kevin come in. He has such a passion for everything he does, and you always see him around Ada, and he's always a smiling face when you walk into Garage Bar. And they are great at supporting some of our events. And talking about events, let's highlight some of those. There is a new business coming to Ada, Verity Ballet, where passion meets purpose. Kim, do you want to talk a little bit about Verity Ballet?
So Hannah, one of the owners, reached out to me a couple weeks ago to let me know that they would be opening a space here in historic Ada, right near Scooper's Ice Cream. And they are going to have dance classes for ages 6 to 19. And we will be hosting a ribbon cutting for them on Saturday, September 9th at noon. Immediately following that ribbon cutting, there will be an ice cream social at Scooper's, and if you bring a copy of the event flyer or show it on your phone, you can receive a free soft serve cup or cone, sprinkles included.
Count us in.
So much fun. We are so happy to welcome them to Ada.
All right, up next we have Ada History Center Fur Encampment, September 15th through 17th. Kim, give us some updates.
At this fur encampment, history will come alive in Ada as you experience a trading camp with fur traders and open fire cooking like they did in Ada 200 years ago. You will interact with the descendants of Rix Robinson, who operated the trading post here from 1821 to the 1830s. I absolutely love that Rick's descendants come back to Ada early fall to host this event. Also happening during the encampment, you will be able to tour the Ada History Museum to learn more about Ada history. Did you know that Ada Township was the first settlement in what is now Kent County? Rix, who was a New Yorker, made the very first land purchase in this area.
It is so cool. I love how we're weaving in history into the future of Ada. Ada has a street named Rix, and the new Ada Hotel will honor this history by also naming their rooftop restaurant Rix.
I am so enthralled with history, and I love learning more about Ada.
I do too. There's so much history in Ada, just about like the postmaster and fur traders and all of that. If you guys haven't visited the Ada History Museum, you really should. If you guys want to learn more about how this all came about, it is great to see that history. All right, another event coming up is Women's Night in Ada. It is one of Ada's favorite events where the women have a night just for them. It is filled with delicious food, beverages, discounts, activities, and more. Pursuit Gift Shop will have Mitten Girl doing beverages, along with H&H Baking Co. with delicious cookies. Skin Collab will be doing demonstrations and a complimentary consultation of $100 value. Croft House will be hosting Whoosh Beauty, who will be giving demonstrations. We'll also have dessert and more. Gina's Boutique will have permanent jewelry, Fruition will have frozen lemonade, and so much more. We are super excited to share all the details. If you want to keep up with all of this, make sure you follow us on Facebook and Instagram, both ABA and Discover Ada.
It is going to be a fun night.
It is. And up next, we will be interviewing Kevin.
All right, we are super excited to introduce our first ever guest on Keep Up with Liz and Kim. Today we have Kevin Farhat from Ada Garage Bar with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm honored to be the first guest, yeah.
Well, thanks for being here.
So Kevin, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, this is 42nd year in the restaurant business. I come from corporate background. Moved to Grand Rapids in 2009 after a 6-year stint with Panera Bread. Ran 26 of those in Indiana and then moved here. Was vice president for a local group for about 3 years and then hooked up with the guys from Third Coast Development. So Brad, Max, and Dave, all Ada residents, by the way. And we bought Teasers, which was a local biker bar downtown at 819 Ottawa. And, the Garage Bar downtown's done phenomenally well. I mean, every year we're up in sales. And, we started looking around a little bit and found ourselves looking at a pretty cool house in Ada and decided to jump in, head first and said, let's do it. And it's been great. The Garage Bar in Ada has been very well received.
Yeah, we have noticed every time we drive by, your patio is packed, which is amazing. Yeah. It creates so much energy down here, and we absolutely love it.
No, we're blessed. We've got over 50 crew members there. We never really have been understaffed, even through COVID. When we came out of COVID, we were stronger downtown, and we were blessed to have those 50 crew members here now, and they make great money. They're very friendly, and we like to say we run a good party, so that's kind of our thing. So
yeah.
No, that's great. And, with the downtown Garage Bar being so iconic, I can truly say I don't think I've ever met anyone from Grand Rapids that doesn't know about the Garage Bar downtown. And then to bring that energy and that name out to Ada, I think has been phenomenal. But what I don't think a lot of people realize is at your location here, you kept the original house.
Absolutely. So the house was built in 1938, and it's been a litany of different things through the decades. And we just figured that we could build a restaurant around the house and then use the bedrooms for the kitchen and the living room for the bathrooms and the downstairs for dry storage. And, it was crazy because the first month we were open, we were doing, Cheesecake Factory numbers. It was busy. So it kind of, the stress test was there. And so we know that we can do a lot of business out of that little place.
Do you want to talk a little bit about the back private room? Is there a reason behind the name?
Yeah.
Okay, tell us more about it.
Stan Wazinski, God bless him, rest in peace. Mary Ann Wazinski's father. His dream, long-time Ada resident, icon in Grand Rapids, and his dream was to have a restaurant in Ada. And him and Mary Ann, actually, they saw the site. They were the first ones to identify it. And, he tragically passed away, right before we opened. So we decided to dedicate the actual garage, in the garage, to Stan. So that's affectionately known as Stan's room. So anytime somebody wants to book a large party, we put them in Stan's room.
I love that. And we've used that room a few times for the ABA, and it's phenomenal, and it's great to know its history. The other room I love is the dining room that's back behind
the
bar. That's very cool.
Yeah. So that was a breakfast nook. of the house, and we didn't know. We knew we wanted to keep it, and then just bought a chandelier on Amazon and said, "Okay, that's the VIP room now." And then we got the crow's nest upstairs, which is pretty cool. We're working on some different things up there with some of our corporate partners to make that maybe a little fancier.
Yeah, no, it is great.
Yeah,
I love
thanks.
it. Yeah.
Very fun.
Do you want to talk a little bit about like why the restaurant business? What brought you into the restaurant business, and what keeps you in it?
Well, I spent 2 weeks in college, and I quickly found out that, college wasn't for me, but I love the restaurant industry in general. And I worked for some pretty iconic brands out there. Probably don't remember Farrell's Ice Cream Parlor, but 4 or 5 years with them, 7 or 8 years with TGI Fridays, all those years with Panera Bread. I worked at various levels. At one point I had 26 restaurants that were under my responsibility, 1,000 employees, and then I was vice president for a local group here. So going on 40 years, but I just love the business. I love the people. I love meeting new people every day. Every day is different. I get to get up when I want and wear what I want. It keeps me young, especially being around some of the younger folk. But I like to develop people. I like to see them grow. And, nothing's better for me than to, hire a 17 or 18-year-old hostess and put them through college, from working for me or a server. And then, seeing what they do, through the course of their career. So we've developed a lot of people over 40 years.
That is truly amazing.
Yeah, very cool, huh?
Yeah. And the other thing is, from the moment you guys arrived in Ada, you have been great supporters of so many events.
Yeah.
We so appreciate you being here and being involved in events. Could you tell us just a little bit more about supporting local community?
Yeah, we live in and we support our communities. Some of my partners tell me, Kevin, you got to say no sometimes, but I don't. And whether it's a cancer benefit, we just did one last Saturday downtown, or a motorcycle run, or like our friends over here at Brody's. It's just a really cool thing what they're doing over there. But we Little League. I think I sponsor 2 Little League teams, 5 softball teams. We've sled wings, which are the challenge kids that are playing hockey over at Griff's, and 2 other hockey teams. I even sponsor the Grand Rapids roller derby girls.
Oh, that is cool.
I love them.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So I get a chance to, and then I get a chance to go to the events, and we love doing it, and you can't take the money with you, so why not spread it around a little bit?
Isn't that the truth? Yes. Well, we are so thankful, Kevin,
my pleasure,
for
yeah.
literally everything, for helping us with events, for sponsoring all of this, and honestly sitting here with us today.
No, my pleasure, man. Anytime.
Yeah.
I'll be back next week. Just let me know.
Sounds good. You're hired.
Perfect. Thank you so much for coming in.
Oh, no, it's my pleasure. Thanks.
I just love talking to Kevin. Every time I see him or speak with him, I learn something new. He has had such an amazing career, and what I love most about him is his intention with developing his employees.
I do too. And what I love so much about Kevin is how much they give back. They give back to the community. Like he was talking about Brody Bees and all of those sports teams. How awesome is that? And too, how amazing of a small business to be able to support so many things.
It is truly incredible, and I feel so lucky that they decided to open a location here in Ada.
I do too. And you know what another one of my favorite things is his energy. He's so passionate about Garage Bar, and I absolutely love that.
His energy is contagious.
It is. All right, Kim. Well, that was a great interview with Kevin. Let's jump into the Fast Five, shall we?
Let's do it. So, talking about Garage Bar, did you know they have an open mic every Tuesday night at the Garage Bar of Ada, starting at 8 p.m.?
It is always fun to go because you never know who's going to be there. You never know who's singing. And, hey, we can get our chicken tenders, right?
Always.
All right, up next, Plumfield Books is turning 1. Yay, happy birthday. On September 9th, they will be celebrating. We will highlight all of the fun activities that they'll be having on our social media platforms. So again, follow Discover Ada and follow ABA to get all of those details.
Hard to believe it's been a year since we did the ribbon cutting over there, and Plumfield Books is another treasure here in Ada. I love an independent bookstore.
Couldn't agree more.
Coming up at Legacy Park on September 16th will be the Watershed Jamboree. This is led by Ada Parks, and it will occur from 3 to 5 p.m. They'll be celebrating initiatives and projects that will improve the Lower Grand River watershed. On that day, they'll be highlighting the recent land acquisition in Ada along the Thornapple River, which is just another great piece to that whole park area around there.
It really is. And I think that is also the Thornapple River cleanup day, right?
It is.
In the morning, yes. So if you're up for, wandering around, picking up some trash and cleaning up around Thornapple River, definitely join in. All right, up next we have Michigan Software Labs Drinks on the Deck. This one last year is great. If you want to meet some of the people around Ada, some of the small business owners, or really just check out Michigan Software Labs, this is a great event to attend. It is on the 21st, so September 21st. Do you know the times?
I believe it's 4 to 7.
Okay, well, you guys, we didn't prepare that well, I guess, for this one. But check out our social media. We will definitely share that event. You can find the times, the address of Michigan Software Labs, and a little bit more detail.
And it truly is not to be missed. I had so much fun there last year. And if anyone is familiar with Michigan Software Labs, it took me almost the first hour and a half to get up to their beautiful deck because I kept meeting people on each level, stopping to talk. Surprise, surprise. And it truly is just so much fun.
It really is. You want to know my favorite thing about Michigan Software Labs? Well, one of my favorite things is when you get to that third floor, the history of cell phones. You know how it starts with like the old flip phone, Nextel, one of the two, and the transition into the iPhone of what it is today. Super cool.
It is very fun, and fun to just reminisce about all the old phones we used to own.
Oh gosh, remember Nextel? Beep beep.
Too much fun. And then last of our Fast Five is the ABA Coffee and Conversations on September 26th. We are partnering with Grow with Google. So if you want to have the opportunity to speak in person with a Google expert, you'll definitely want to sign up for this breakfast opportunity. It will start at 8:30. We're hosting it over at Applied Innovation, and you can find all the information about this on the ABA Facebook page or on our website.
Google's such an awesome thing for all small businesses to have a little grasp on. It's such a big platform, but just a little bit of an understanding. Okay, you guys, that is a wrap. We hope you enjoyed our second episode. Next episode, we'll be touching on the Fall Festival and some new elements and more things that you can do throughout the village.
Thanks for listening, and thanks for keeping up.